You okay?
Wasn't sure what you were doing.
Just getting a little nervous.
It's really bright.
Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
See, this is why I'm gun shy. I'm Daniel.
I'm Rex. This is Whiskey. And
This is from Mitch Weddle. He's a full Weddle Titan.
he knows what he is.
And it's also from Chris and Gina Grape.
Chris and Gina Grip, you magnificent bastards.
Fight.
I met them
Yeah, they both
at
with
the,
the bottle.
Bastards Ball.
Right?
Lovely people. Yeah. All right.
Now, Weddle insists that this is, for the money, the best budget bourbon on the planet.
Okay.
And he says, when you can get whiskey this good for under $20,
Huh.
why would you drink any other cheap whiskey?
All right. Strong words. Strong words.
This is a bottled and bond J.T.S. Brown. This brand was named after John Thompson Brown.
Okay.
John Thompson Street Brown, actually, is his name.
The nose is not worrisome.
He was with his half-brother, George Garvin Brown, who you may have heard of.
Right.
The family name eventually became Brown Foreman.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that Brown.
Now,
So
it was-
usually whenever you're still saying
Well, now ownership is Heaven Hill. This is now a Heaven Hill product.
okay. Usually whenever you put your nose in something sub $20, it can be a little worrisome, right? Mm-hmm. A little concerning. Not getting a lot of concern, except for that cable in the shot.
Is it floating in the shot?
That's concerning.
It is. It doesn't smell shiny, sugary, and flat.
Brown sugar is the main thing.
Yeah, it's a little light in the nose, but it is 50% alcohol.
But that brown sugar has a little bit of body to it.
There's about kind of dusty note.
I'm getting like a dusty brown sugar and oakiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say this is definitely more than a $20 bourbon. Not life-changing, but I think...
No, not life-changing, but good.
But with the comparables,
Yeah.
you always have to go into whiskey with, what's
comparable?
Because you're like, oh, one time I had this $500 whiskey, and then you're sipping on, like, the most, like, say, what's the fire one? Fireball. You can't, that's not a fair comparison. But this, with the comparables I know of at sub $20.
Well, okay, so this one started in this dusty note, went super sweet, and then ended in this slightly bitter metallic aftertaste.
See, I didn't get bitter metallic. I got a really lovely cinnamon oakiness. The brown sugar from the nose got some body to that brown sugar, and then it translated into a lovely cinnamon.
Oh, this one ends in all wood tannin.
Really?
With a hint of cinnamon. For me. I'm gonna add a little water and see if that opens this thing up a little bit.
This is a 50% 100 proof whiskey at sub $20? Damn! No, so if you like the right down the middle of the road traditional bourbon flavors that you very often get, this has a few of those. We mentioned them already, the oakiness, the brown sugar, blah, blah, blah. I'm not getting a big old cherry note, and I'm not getting a tremendous amount of apple. There's a little bit of apple, but there's that corn dustiness in there.
I was looking for the Heaven Hill bottled and bond, but I think it's down in the
This, though,
vault.
pleasantly surprised at how inoffensive it is
I'm telling you, I'm
at
gonna
that price point.
I'm excited that we're finally about to move down into the new vault because I can't do any comparisons. It's just so uncomfortable. Like every time I'm like, oh, you know what this reminds me of? It's like, oh shit, that's all the way down there.
You just wander around.
I gotta stop the camera. We gotta go grab bottles from down there.
Right.
That's gonna change soon.
So you said there's like a tannic note. Mm-hmm. I'm about an hour off of a black coffee.
Oh, okay.
It's an hour away from a black coffee. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm acclimated to bitterness.
Maybe you are.
But for me, I'm not getting like
Maybe all that bitterness you're scenting is coming from the inside.
No, that's
of your soul.
That's the taste of hatred.
Yeah.
Not bitterness. Beyond bitterness. All right. Cameron Gray. When reading a bottle of scotch, what does 12 years aged, 12 years old mean? What's the difference between 12 years aged and 12 years old?
This was, I'm always need to remind myself because of the reach of some of our videos is getting so high, like best whiskey for beginners and things like that, that we keep needing to refresh on fundamental whiskey terminology.
Yeah.
And one of those is, in Scotland particularly...
I'm only finished. On our other channel, we did a whole episode called Whiskey Bottle Terminology.
Yeah.
What's real and what doesn't really mean anything.
Right.
Chad's going to link it right here. But you were saying?
In Scotland, when something has an age statement like 10-year-old or Lafroig or 12-year-old Balvenie, it doesn't mean that it's all 12-year-old whiskey. It means the youngest whiskey that went into that bottle was 12 years old. They are typically blending from a bunch of barrels in their warehouse, and it will be mostly 12-year-old whiskey in a 12-year-old bottle, but it might also have some 18 and 20 and 25-year-old whiskey in there to kind of round flavor profiles out.
Sure.
Yeah.
That thing you said.
Yeah.
We got Justin. Again, the printer, man. Is it that you just...
It's your eyes.
No, look at this.
Did you get your eyes checked? Justin Gates.
How's that a G? Is it bad I got into whiskey by sneaking my dad's Woodford Reserve in Maker's Mark? He took the path of the mooch.
That's right.
Which...
Now, here's a question that popped in my head when I read that comment.
Stay the course.
Stay the course.
My
Just keep
mooching
mooching.
friend. Keep on mooching. And one day, glory shall be revealed to not only you, but also all of those in your circle. That mooching you were doing is for their benefit.
What do you think...
Savor the journey.
What do you think our boys' first entry into whiskey is going to be?
I know my girl's first entry into You Magnificent Bastard.
Oh, yeah.
So-
It's true.
I have a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
She's walking around with her little sippy cup. And Daniel's at the crowd is out at our distillery, the other
You
end of the property.
Magnificent Bastards.
And we're doing the ceremony. All the new people. We're saying, so-and-so is your name. You Magnificent Bastard. And my girl's right there going, rah, 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 You Magnificent Bastard.
Just wait to have to tell the people at school someday
Right.
why she calls all of her friends magnificent bastards.
Yeah.
No, I'm curious. Is like we didn't grow up around alcohol,
Right.
As
Oh,
part
no.
of our lives,
Not
right?
even a little, no.
And so I'm interested to see what happens when you grow up at a distillery in a bar, essentially.
I think it's probably going to be very similar to a way several European countries approach alcohol.
becomes
It's
more
not
normal.
a taboo thing.
Yeah.
Like in, Italy, for example, France, for example. They
Lots
have
of wine with dinner and, yeah.
Right, it's not a thing where, until you're 21, you don't even think about it. And then people turn 21, they go
Like,
crazy and
have no
irresponsible
understanding of
because it's
alcohol.
always been this taboo thing that you couldn't possibly ever understand or experience, and then you just go crazy with it whenever you get old enough.
Yeah.
I think I have very little concern for my kids being able to understand what this is and what it should not be
Yeah,
in
me
a
either.
person's life. Yeah.
But I'm interested to hear what their story is going to be looking back. So there's going to be an interesting storyline. Their biography when they turn 21 is going to be like, oh, I've been working on whiskey for 10 years already.
I've just been asking my CPA if I can put mooch on my
Yeah.
occupation. And this is probably how my kids are going to say, what does your dad do? He's professional.
He's a professional mooch. Yeah.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
Steal, may you steal, lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.